Okay, in here are some of the ingredients. Today we're gonna make like coquito. This drink is like eggnog version. So I have in here 1 can of coconut milk, and I'm gonna write all the ingredients at the description box below. 1 can of the cream of coconut, 1 can of condensed milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, and this is the ingredient for the milk. I have in here vanilla, 1 teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. I'm going to add this. This is the barley. This is a drink, alcohol drink. That's optional. If you don't want to add that in there, you don't have to, or you can use any liquor you like. I'm gonna put some raisins, and I'm gonna put half cup of the raisins. So you can put half cup to 1 cup. That's optional. You don't like the raisin, you just leave this out. Okay, you don't have to put it in there if you don't like it. And the alcohol, the same thing. You can use any liquor of your preference, and if you don't want to put liquor, that's fine. Just gonna put the raisin straight to the mix after we mix everything. Okay, I'm gonna show you step by step how we're gonna make this, and I'm also gonna write the ingredients at the description box below. That way you can take a screenshot, or you can just write it down. I have a plate, and I'm gonna put half cup of the raisins. And I'm gonna let this raisin to soak in this liquor. This is half cup, but that's to your taste. You can put more. Now I'm gonna add that. I show you the name, that way you can know. I went to the liquor store and I bought the little one. And then I'm gonna put the, you can add 2 if you like. You can add one more. I just bought 1. Stir, make sure all the raisins are covered. And we're gonna put this on the side. I have in here 1 pound of the bread. I'm using the French brioche or brioche bread. You can use any bread you like. Usually this bread is very good. It's kind of sweet, and that's what you want. So 1 pound or a full bag of this bread, okay? And we're also gonna need a blender. So we're gonna start by blending the milk. Now what we're gonna do in here is I'm going to put the bread in the blender. I have a Ninja, which is kind of big. If you have just a regular blender, you can do it in batches, but make sure you save some of the liquid, that way you can blend the bread, or you can use a bowl and just break it into it and put it inside the bowl. Simple as that, okay? And I forgot the eggs, so I just gotta go ahead and put 4 eggs. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and continue putting all the bread in the blender. And what you can do is you just mix it up and adding more, okay? Okay, I have in here a baking pan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a caramel. You have two options. You can use the same baking pan, or you can do the using a pad and you make the caramel in different pad and then put it in there. Because if you're going to use a glass container to go in the oven, and then you need to do the caramel in different kind of pad, not straight to the stove and put it in there. And make sure you're using the holding pads because all the sides is get hot when you add the when they reach the high temperature of the sugar. So I'm just gonna go ahead and distribute 1 cup of sugar. And like I said, you better get those hot pads because this thing get hot. And never put your finger inside. And we're gonna play with the fire. So you're gonna put it in medium high and then you're gonna lower it. I'm gonna use the wooden spatula, which is perfect and I love them. And until the sugar is melted and you see like a amber or caramel color. That's when the caramel is done. Don't let them burn because it is caramel is burned. You have to throw that away and then start all over because it's not the pudding or budín de pan, the pudding. It's gonna be bad. This is gonna take a few minutes, and so you have to have patience. It's not something you're gonna put it in there and leave. You have to be there and keep an eye. And it's gonna take approximately 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, so just to make sure. Okay, now we're gonna take that out of the stove, and then I'm gonna go back with the mix. Let me show you how it looks. But first, we're gonna just try to cover the sides of the pan. And if you do it in separate pan, make sure you put that right away because the caramel tend to crystallize to get harder. So you don't want them to, you know, have trouble then when you put the mix or the caramel into another pan. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the other pan. This is a bigger pan, and I put just hot water from the faucet, like halfway. We're gonna do this a baño de Maria, and enough water. And now we're gonna put the mix. We're gonna give it first a quick mix. Make sure everything mix again. The blades, and now we're gonna pour this mixture into the baking pan. Make sure you're using a baking pan which is who can fit all the thing. But as you see the raisin, I just gotta go ahead and add the raisin with the liquor. And if you don't put in the raisin, of course, you're not gonna. Okay, we're gonna scrape all that goodie in there, and then we're gonna start. and pour it into the baking pan. Meanwhile, we're preheating the oven at 350. So here is the baking pan with the caramel. And we're gonna bake this on cover. We're not gonna put aluminum foil, nothing like that. We're just gonna bake this putting in the oven for hour and a half to 2 hours on cover. So some oven are different depending on the baking pan you use or the oven you have. So usually take from 1 hour and a half to 2 hours. So, and then I'm going to show you the final result. Make sure when you take it out of the oven, let them rest before you turn it, because you're gonna flip them over in a plate on a tray. So, and then, cut it. But first, we're gonna put it in this other baking pan with the water and go into the oven. So I'm going to show you the final result when it's done.